Well, a very good morning to you. Welcome to the Sunday shave, and as always, thank you to she who must be obeyed. Look at that, that's beautiful. It cheers you up just looking at them. So, how are you doing first? How's your weekend going? And I hope you're in good health wherever you are in the world, and hopefully enjoying some good shaves. So, like I said in my last shave, or shave or two, I was contacted by a company whose razor, I already had one of them, to try some of their new products, and that company was Leaf. And I'll show you now. A few things came. So this is the first, the metal and silicone shave bowl and brush. Comes in a nice box in black, and I'll show you that now. And also they've got some new shave soap bars in a Zesty, see there, a Zesty scent. And you get two. I've just taken one out. Two little round pucks there. Oh, and the scent is beautiful. It reminds me of a fresh citrus scent, but like almost a scent from my childhood, if you like. Really nice, refreshing scent. So they asked if they could send me either of their razors to try, and I said that I already had this one here, the Twig. This is the, you can see in the bottom there. But there you go, the Twig, which is this gold one. I've used it many times. Now the Leaf razors are single-edged razors. This is the gold version. A very nice razor. And they sent me this one. I'll show you the box first. That's the Thorn single-edge razor, medium. Now, what's the difference, you might say? What's the difference between the Twig, and I'll show you the Thorn now. It comes in a very nicely packaged. There it is. I got the chrome version here. This is the Thorn and a pack of blades, which we are going to use. So I'll just take this one out. So they're identical razors in size, all that sort of thing. You can see them in size and everything. The only difference is the Thorn is plus 0.2 millimeters in aggression on the plate. This one's a milder razor, and this one's sort of standard aggression, a bit more aggressive. Both made for daily shaving, and I've used this many times. It does a good job. So I put the Twig over there, tucked away, and then this is the one we're using today. So the same thing, twist the base, and the top will lift. Let's see, in focus would help, wouldn't it? It likes me too much, this camera. There you go. Twist the base, and then it opens and turns. I love that. Now inside this razor, when you open it, a safety thing really, I suppose, and it's very handy. There's magnets in there. Two little dots there, you see. They're magnets to keep the blade in. So we'll open the... I'm going to use one of their blades. So pull. There you go. So, what's the weather like where you are? That's the main thing. So it comes with a pack of 5 blades, I think it is. 5 blades, yeah, which are here, single-edged, ready cut blades. You can use any branded blades in them, but they do supply, as I say, the what does that say now? I am not plastic. You see that? I am not plastic, so it's recyclable, and it's a branded blade there, as you can see, Leaf. Okay, so we'll load it into the, if I can show you, on top there. So the edge of the blade clips onto these little edges here. As you can see, magnet doesn't come off, and then we'll close it up. And that's it. So it's 0.2 millimeters more aggressive than the twig. This is the Thorn, so we use that. Right, now this is a lovely thing. The bowl, metal insert and silicone outer, so it's very quiet, good grip, quite rubbery. If you're not used to silicone, it feels like rubber, doesn't it? But this is what I liked about it, very nicely thought out. You see that base, the middle there? If you can see this on camera, watch, I'll press my thumb. Don't know if you can, hang on a minute, can you see that? There you go. It's soft. Now the reason for that is, this is the soap bar, beautiful scent. That locks into the base there with them little notches, that holds it into place. So you press it in, nice and securely, there you go. So that's in. And then when you're finished with the soap, I'll just show you, you press the base and it releases it. Neat idea that, because sometimes they do stick, don't they? So I'll press that back in. It also states, this is the brush, synthetic brush. I'll put a link in the description of the video if you want to check the website out. It'll give you more detail about the soap and the brush and the bowl and everything else you'll see there. So that's the branded there. This is silicone as well. But you'll notice that's hollow. Just a bit in the bottom there, can you see it? It just goes that depth. So what you do there is you fill with hot water. Let's just run this. 2 of them. So it states 2 of them onto the soap. And you let it do its thing. So we'll leave that for a minute. Now, that's that. So we'll wet the face, and it says it takes about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes to lather that up into a thick, luxurious lather. Now personally, I wouldn't use that much water for what I want, but obviously you can do. But what I'll do is I'll use a bit of that as a pre-shave, and then we'll lather it up. So that's, God, I wish you could smell this. It's beautiful. If you like citrus, zesty scents, you'd love it. So thank you to Leaf for giving me the chance to try them. So what's your shave of the day, please, if you don't mind? So I'll do. That's lovely. So I'm just going to. Oh, I love that. It does, you know, it takes me back to I don't know if it was a zesty drink, citrusy drink or something in my childhood. That's a nice nice thing, that. So I've wet the brush, but it's not dripping, that's my hand dripping there, so it's a damp brush. And there is water still in the base there, so we're going to do as they say. And we're going to whisk that water around. Now if you could leave those 2 full brush base fulls and lather and lather and lather, and it would, you know, make a great sort of luxurious, a lot of lather. But for me, for this, I've just used, say half, just say 1 I've used, and it's done the trick. I've used the other bit as a pre-shave. And as you can see, puck is staying nicely in the bowl there. It's a nice size for my hands, good grip, being silicone, whether it's wet or dry. I've noticed these things when I've used different bowls. So we start off, we get to the bubbly aerated stage, and then now we're turning the corner into the cream stage. And the brush feels nice, it feels a good backbone to it. It's a synthetic brush, obviously, if I didn't mention that. and again good, very good grip. So there we go. I think that'll do me. Yeah, that's nice. Lots. Wow. Alright, let me just... That's a lovely nice cream. So just rinse my hands. I'm going to lather it up now and then so the synthetic knot, if you like, this is not a Pliss soft knot, it's not a very soft synthetic. It is, how can I say, it has a good backbone to it. But it does feel soft, if that makes sense. So if you like a good backbone brush and you wanted it to be synthetic, this would be a good brush for that. That's lovely. Let's clear up. I'm doing we're having another home weekend. It's lovely, we've been enjoying it. Being home and just doing odd jobs in the garden, in the house. I'm going to heat up the Thorn, the leaf Thorn, using their leaf blade, brand new, first use. So here we go, first pass. And yeah, I'm going to talk about what I'm having to eat in a minute. So here we go, first pass. Well, firstly, feels very nice, the blade. I've never tried the leaf blade before. Feels nice on the face. It's cut straight through them whiskers, no problem, as if they went there really. And the face feels very slick from the soap. Thank you. That is nice. Scent strength is about 4.5 out of 10. It's a nice scent. Not only sort of citrusy, zesty, feels refreshing, and smells, if there's such a thing, it smells refreshing. It has a refreshing sort of scent to it. Yeah, it's a nice difference. I can feel the slight difference between the twig and the thorn. Just that, how can I say, it suits this beard better, the thorn, especially the first pass. Because I think I'm right in saying that these razors have been made for daily use, and I know they're popular with the ladies as well. I'm not sure if, I think they do, watch John and Jill Tracy. John is a musician, and they've just celebrated 10 years of marriage together. So congratulations to you both, and as I say, I hope you have many, many years of good, long, healthy life together. All the best to you. Yeah, very, very slick that, so I'm just going to rinse the face. You know, it looks a small razor, doesn't it? But it felt very comfortable. It's gone right through the first pass there. So happy so far. Loving the scent of this. This is the new line, I believe, the bowl, brush and soap. And so far everything's working very well. Very impressed with the with that little bowl and the idea of the silicone base, and very nice. So here we go, across the growth. Razor's keeping nice and clean. Nicely balanced in the hand, but as I say, I've used one of these razors, well, the twig, many times before and enjoyed it. But I'd always wondered what the difference between the twig and the thorn was, and it's that 0.2 millimeter. Difference in the blade gap. Very nice. And I think this scent of the puck, and I know the puck is new, so it'll be a stronger scent, I expect, but it may stay around in the bathroom after, which is nice. Might be a lingerer. That's lovely. I think you can get under there, yeah. And they're renowned for getting into little corners and nooks and crannies. And important places for my shave are here and there, under the nose and lip corners, because you know yourself, if you've ever missed, just try a touch of water to that. If you've ever missed them and you go off someone, you can feel it with your tongue or something. Oh, it's annoying. So meal today is belly pork, rind on. So this brush, I'd say, I'll come back to the meal, has a very sort of, it's a synthetic brush, but it has a sort of real, not like a boar brush feel to it. That sort of backbone and just a, I don't know, it's clever really. It's good. It'll get softer with use, obviously, but feels soft on the face, but it just has that sort of real feel to it. And of course the synthetics are much easier to maintain and look after, really. Yeah, so belly pork with crackling, creamy buttery mashed potatoes. I've got carrots, what else did I get? Oh, cabbage and gravy. Well, lovely bits of gravy. You can see how clean that stays. It's lovely, you can see, yeah. Against the growth now. Hear that? Effortless. And Weather's changing again, getting hotter again next week. I'm not sure how long it's lasting, but a strange thing happened last week really, because where I was working, it absolutely lashed down with rain. 8 miles up the road, not a drop. Funny, it happens sometimes. Must be just on the edge of that cloud. So it feels nice in the hand. Against the growth, for me on here, is a good telltale. Yeah, so it feels good. I can manoeuvre it very easily around my chin. So that's a... yeah, that feels nice. Moustache area, we start sideways and then turn gradually. What's your meal of the day, young one? So let's talk about this blade, because as I said, it's the first time I've used a leaf blade. How's it feel? So it feels very efficient, smooth, but you can feel the sort of sharpness to it in a nice way. I mean, it's be very interesting to see how many shaves you can get out of this. So I'll keep it one side. That's nice. So there's only one more pass to do, and that, if you can help me out, 3, 2, 1, pick up time, baby. Yeah, and there's more than enough lather in the brush there. I've not had to create any more from that little puck, which is good. I mean, officially, as many know, you shouldn't do pickups really. You shouldn't. But when you're like me and you want this sort of very smooth, every little last bit until you draw blood, you just keep doing it. But you get a nice shave. Just under that chin there. That is lovely. So we'll have a cold water rinse. So that's what we look like direct after the shave. It's lovely. Aren't they lovely colours there? Sunflowers, we've got white flowers, orange, there's roses in there as well, so white. all done by our onboard florist. Very nice. So, being that we're using Zesty scented soap, I'm going to use Peach Witch Hazel by Thayers. And this is a very realistic scent. That is nice. The soap, and I think a lot of the products they make is very eco-friendly, or as eco-friendly as they can be, you know, which is good, isn't it? That's a lovely scent. Then, maintaining the citrus theme, which is good for me, I love it. All Seasons Lemon Cologne. Beautiful. Like one of my 5 a day, this. Very nice. And then just to protect the skin, especially if you're going to pop into the garden, I'm going to use a bit of Nivea Creme. Nivea Creme. Don't need a lot. Quite a thick. So, what's the thoughts? What's the thoughts on this shave? Well, firstly, I'm glad I've finally been able to try the leaf Thorn and finding out what the differences were, because I did wonder for a while. I mean, it's easy to find out, but the one difference is the 0.2mm. The Thorn is slightly more aggressive, making it a standard medium aggression, and then that makes the twig a milder razor, and that's the difference. Soap, very impressed with the soap. The scent amazed me from the puck, and it didn't disappoint when it was lathered up. It stayed strong, and a very, as I say, it reminds me of a childhood citrusy zesty drink or something, I can't remember, which is nice. That's really nice, that. Lathered up easily in the bowl. The bowl worked well, nice grip, no issues with that, even with the soap on it. The silicone worked well. The soap maintained its position, and we're going to take it out now. Just press the base, and there it is. So I can rinse all this and clean it, and it's ready to go for next time. Fantastic idea, that. Very nice idea. Brush. Synthetic brush. It has a sort of a realistic boar feel to it, in a way. That might be just because it's new, but it feels soft and a good backbone to it, which is good with a puck of soap like that. Again, the silicone handle worked well. Its grip is good, and I like the idea, especially for people who are new to shaving. I think I like the idea of you put 2 of these full of water, hot water from the tap, into the bowl with your soap and then lather. You've got more time obviously when you're not filming, but I used a bit of that as a pre-shave, as you could see, and then I've used sort of one of these worth of soap in there to create the lather, and it worked very nicely. Very slick soap, and as I say, a lovely scent, and it worked really nice, very close. So I'm very happy. So thank you to Leaf for sending me that, I really appreciate it. And thank you for watching. So have a great rest of the weekend. Look after yourselves wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you on Wednesday for the midweek shave. So all the best. Thank you again, and bye bye.